Hello YouTube, Dave here again. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Dungeons & Dragons Masterworks series D&D dice tray. So this is put out by a company called Fanroll. There are currently 3 different artworks available to use. I know this is still in the cellophane, so it's really reflective. So we got 3 different arts there for it to use. And yeah, I picked this up at a place called Rainbow's End in Wolfville, Nova Scotia, and I paid $29.99 Canadian. Although looking on the Fanroll website, the price that they have listed in US dollars was $24.99. So $25 US or $30 Canadian are the prices that I'm seeing for these. But yeah, this looked really cool. I was just there with a buddy of mine, and they had most of the stuff that I would have wanted. I already had that they had in stock. But he managed to find these, and they had the number 1 and 2 for the different art types. They didn't have tray number 3. I probably would have taken tray 3 as well. And truthfully, if I would have had 1 and 3, I might have taken 2 as well, just to have the full set. But yeah, there's some really cool stuff here. So this is artwork based off of the old Menser Cook expert rules. In fact, I've actually just a second here. Because we've got there it is. So we actually have the expert rules right there. So this would have been based off like the box art for the basic rule set, but you can see that like that's the art style that they have there. The other 2 arts, I'm not exactly sure where they were. I could have sworn I've seen number 3 on like some international versions of the Rule Cyclopedia, but I could be mistaken on that. So if you know where the other 2 sets of artwork come from, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, let's just go ahead and open this up and take a look at it. So I do use dice trays when I'm running my games. I tend to have a limited space for actually having all my stuff displayed or out for me to have access to. So I don't want my dice rolling falling off the table, hitting the floor. I don't want my dog to go after them, although I don't think he would. Other people have dropped their dice and he's been there and he didn't overly react to it. So but just the same, I like to have a dice tray here. Now the dice tray that I currently am using, I don't know why I always start losing my voice as soon as I start recording videos. It's getting kind of annoying lately. I think I've just been running more games in the last couple of weeks than I tend to. But the dice tray that I have been using was this one from Ultra Pro, and it's like a hard, rigid dice tray. And it works, but it is quite long, so we'll be doing sort of a comparison between the new one and the old one. But this actually comes in nice paper packaging as well, like a cardstock packaging. So you can still, if you just want to have this as a collectible, you can do that. If you want it to be functional, you can do that. If you want to display the box on your shelf, just to show sort of what items you have, you can do that as well. Alright, so there is the dice tray. Nothing fancy on the back, but I mean, that's going to be on the table anyway, so you don't really want anything too fancy there. But yeah, that looks really cool. You got the Air Lotus artwork there. You got the wizard who's spying on the events that are taking place on the basic cover. So it's kind of cool to see like when the books reference each other. They actually recreated that in D&D 4th edition. The Player's Handbook had the characters fighting something, or had the characters front and center, and then the Dungeon Master's Guide had, I think it was a dragon spying on the players, similar to this sort of situation. So that's really cool to see. And again, just a basic dice tray there, so we just snap it together. Oh. And it's got, I'm assuming this is just like a faux leather material here, but it feels good. It feels nice and soft. And the inside feels nice and velvety soft. And there you go. So yeah, quite a bit smaller. It's about 2/3 the size of the dice tray that I was using before. So this will actually really come in handy because I can I'll be able to save more room. Now I do tend to take a lot of dice with me, so let's just pour them all in there. I guess the downside is I'm not going to be able to separate them. as much as I wanted to, so I might have to reevaluate sort of how I do that. But we got all of our dice in the dice tray. Let's take some out. And then, yeah, just what I tend to do is just have the dice sort of out of the way, have a little spot where I can roll a 4 in, or I can roll a 13, or a 16. Okay, we'll stop there. I'm starting to do good rolls. I'm running a game tonight, so I don't want to burn all my good rolls before I get there. But yeah, a pretty decent dice tray. What I might have to do is take out a few of the sets that I have here. I had a lot of sets just because I was playing a 3.5 character that was doing a crap ton of D6s. For things, but I do have several dice sets in here that are just like the 7 die sets, and then I've got like the official D&D ones that are the 11 die sets. So I might just keep those in there and remove the 7 die sets, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, just a really cool dice tray there. Like I said, it takes up less real estate. And if I do continue to use the larger one when I'm running my D&D games, like if I'm running like my Blade Runner game or Dragonbane or Alien or something like that, which I like to run those as well, then this dice tray will be great for that. But yeah, again, nice, soft, like pleather feel to it there, and the artwork is really cool on the inside. So yeah, just a really cool dice tray. Like I said, I just picked it up recently and thought I'd show it off. Again, if you're interested, it is from FanRoll, are the ones that are producing this. But you should be able to find this at your local game store, or at the very least, they should be able to order some in for you. If you're interested, like I said, there are the 3 different pieces of art there. I really don't know. 2 might also be from a Dragonlance cover, come to think of it. Or sorry, 3 might be from a Dragonlance cover, come to think of it. But yeah, there we go. So those are the different art styles there. I hope they do more of these. It'd be cool to see some other, books, classic books, be done for this sort of style here with these really cool dice trays. It is a collectible thing as well. They are numbered, not like individually numbered out of like a certain amount, but they do have like, this is dice tray number 1, and they've got up to 3 now. So if they keep going, that'd be kind of cool to see. Again, I'd like to see, like, there were some really cool covers for 4th edition. There were some cool full art 3rd edition, covers, and there are some great covers even with like 5e and stuff like that as well. It would also be kind of neat if they were to do this with, say, like Pathfinder. If they had like some really cool classic Pathfinder covers or pieces of art displayed in like the dice trays, that'd be really cool to see as well. But yeah, there we go. So $24.99 US, $29.99 Canadian is what I paid for it. And you get a really cool dice tray with some pretty sweet art on there. So let me know in the comments below, have you picked up any of these Masterworks series, or have you picked up anything else from FanRoll? And if so, let me know what your experiences with them were like. Thank you all so very much for your time. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.